Cameras rolling. Ashley and Kevin, take two.
Welcome to Creative Conversations powered by Black Houston Creatives Network. We're coming to you live from Cool Dad headquarters. My name's Ashton and I'm a vibe curator. But more importantly, I got Kev with me. What's up, Kev? How you doing?
Man, I'm good, man. You a vibe curator. I guess I'm a vibe enthusiast.
Hey, I like it.
We'll go with that.
I like it. We're going to jump straight
Let's
to it.
Let's do it.
Right? We talked a little bit before, and you are a vibe.
Yes, sir.
We appreciate that as creatives and being inspired. I'm going to jump straight into it. Tell me a little bit about yourself and what matters most to you now at this chapter in your life.
Okay, cool. So, again, my name's Kevin. Originally from Austin, but my family's from Houston, so been living here for about 13, 14 years. So it's kind of changed my scope of creativity. You know, there's creativity in Austin and a little different creativity here in Houston. And I think what matters the most to me is really just kind of finding what my voice is in this year, kind of remaking myself and finding my identity and just staying true to myself too.
Okay. So you take that voice, because obviously you are an elite photographer, right?
I appreciate that.
So how do you take that voice and mix it in with your vision through photography?
So I think with photography, I just want to make sure that whatever product that I put out, any photos, it represents who I am.
Okay.
You know, so some people say, for example, you know, they do their photography, it's very loud. You know, some people are subtle. Mine, I like to motivate. I want my product to inspire. I wanted to give people some type of moving emotion, you know, to make them feel some type of way whenever they see whatever I put out there. So, yeah, as long as it represents me and I feel comfortable what I'm putting out there is giving the right emotion.
Okay. So speaking on emotion, I got to get you.
Come on.
To me, in my opinion, photography is one of the highest forms of art possible.
Indeed.
Right? You spoke on emotions. So how do you take your expertise to capture that perfect moment for the people that you're taking pictures of?
Man, okay. So let's say my passion, I do many forms of photography.
Okay.
My passion is doing music photography. And I'm also really big into music. I love just music in general.
Okay.
Rap, alternative rock,
Okay.
R&B, doesn't matter.
Okay.
So it helps. It makes a difference when you're actually into the music and you're a fan of the artist, because you kind of already know what the lyrics are. You know what's coming up. You know, let's say you're listening to Bryson Tiller and, you know, everybody's trying to get that. Don't, you know, you want to wait for that.
Timing.
If I know that's coming, and I'm a fan of Bryson Tiller and I know that's coming, I'm watching to see what that happens because I know the crowd already has a reaction that's coming up, and maybe Bryson has one coming up. He may not even do anything. It could be an emotional thing where, you know, somebody has a long scream or cry or something, or Mariah Carey, all I want for Christmas is,
Boom.
I want to, I'm ready. I'm
Picture
locked
perfect.
in. You know what I'm saying? I know those moments because being a fan and being an enthusiast of music, it makes me feel some type of way when I hear those, you know? We're all professional singers in our shower or in our kitchen while we're waiting for our food to heat in the microwave.
Okay.
You know? So if we're doing those things while we're listening to music, it's the same thing through doing photography. I want to make sure I'm ready, I'm locked in, I know the emotions that are going with that. And if I'm feeling as a fan, I know the artists that made that music, they know that same thing too.
So exactly where they sitting at with it.
Yes, sir.
So I got you. You talk about the music. You spoke about it. So I'm a married man, right? And to me, it was always huge to make sure that once I got married, right, that woman made that love feel like 90s R&B.
Come on, man.
Right? Has there ever been a shoot that you tried to capture, right? Stick with me.
All right.
Where you wanted to create the image from a song or a particular genre of music?
Ooh, a song or a particular genre of music, and it's something that I did?
Something that you did, right? You got ready to set up the shoot. And you said, you know what? This is an engagement shoot. I want this to feel like John B. They don't know.
I got you.
Have you ever had a moment like that?
Man, I wouldn't say I've had a particular exact moment like that. I've had shoots that where they kind of fit the build. If they came in with that mentality, like, hey, this is the inspiration that I'm coming into. I want to emulate, you know, John B. or, you know, I want to do Keith Sweat or something. I'm already coming. Okay, cool.
I got you.
And it helps having a vision board. Like, all right, cool. What's our inspo?
I got you.
I want to do all vintage. You know, I want to do an all denim type of thing. Okay, cool. Or, you know, I want 90s, 90s attire.
Yeah.
I'm with that. Very colorful. Color me bad. However you want to do it, for sure.
And that's what I appreciate, right? Because we in 2026, right? And sometimes I question myself, and you can answer this for me. For
sure.
What's the difference between me getting a fire iPhone 17 and taking pictures versus Kev being paid X amount of dollars to shoot this timeless photo shoot? What's the difference, dude?
Man, we don't even have enough time. But for sake of the moment, because I know my people behind the camera will feel me.
Okay.
So first of all, the difference between taking a photo with your phone and someone who knows what they're doing, not even just me, taking me out of the equation. You got to know what you're doing. You got to know what you're looking at. And second, I'm not everybody. We're not everybody. If everybody was cool taking photos on their phone, then we would all be getting interviewed by Ashton. And that's not the case.
Good point.
So that's number one. Number two, the difference between somebody taking on their phone and me is my eye, from what I see. So and then even, we'll take it a step further, what I see through somebody's camera phone, how I'm able to see it is different than how they're just seeing it. Oh, hey, cool, can you take a picture of me with this thing in the background? Cool. And the normal person, they're doing all of this. You already know the difference between me and then some regular person with a phone. One, by how many pictures are they taking? We're not doing 1, 2, 3, do, and then hand you the phone. I'm crouching. I'm doing up above. I'm zoomed in. I'm doing portrait mode. I'm adjusting the brightness. Like, your normal person isn't going to do that. It's about the steps and the care that go into creating a photo that people can be proud of.
I get it. And sometimes I think I have to realize, too, it's bigger than just the visual moment. And what I mean by that is I've heard of photographers going out 2-3 days before the shoot to make sure the aura matches with the environment.
Absolutely.
How important is that to make sure of before you shoot?
Man, you always got to do your homework. Any professional, you got to make sure that you're prepped and ready to go. I mean, even when we're doing this interview, I know you took the time to call me and get to know me. Like,
Absolutely.
That makes a complete difference than somebody off the street just coming in here and having a conversation.
That's true.
It's not an interview. It's a discussion at that point.
That's true.
It's just us getting to know each other. So it's important for me because I know my clients, they take pride in that.
Absolutely. Okay, so I'm really going to hit you with this, right? Because this is something that I think is a sought out topic. When it comes to Black people at times, people hit us with a stigma or ourselves that we have a crab in the bucket mentality, right?
For sure.
For you personally, what do you do to break that stigma by taking your knowledge, expertise, and experience, right? Going back and pull younger guys up to make sure they are the Kevins of the 2030s.
Oh yeah, I'm not closed-minded. I'm not selfish. I'm always about being humble. I try to do what God would tell me to do. So I'm all about reaching back.
Okay.
Since I can remember going back to college, like I've always had a mentor. I had a mentee and mentors. Somebody took the time to mentor me. So I take a lot of pride in having a mentee. I know how it feels being a part of that, closed gate community and mentality, and people don't want to reach back and,
Absolutely.
and that's fine. You know what I'm saying? That's fine. If you have your thing going on, that's cool. I think it means more to reach back and help people out. Because again, I have been there. I know what it's like to try to ask questions. You don't know what you don't know. So how can you preach that and say, okay, well, closed mouths don't get fed. Let me ask questions. But then when I do, it's crickets.
Yes.
That's not fair.
Yes.
That's not fair.
Agreed.
And we're only, your network is your net worth.
Agreed. And we talked about that, right? I think we talked about something else that's very imperative to me. You talk about mentors.
Yes, sir.
And that's big, right? We had a conversation where I said, Kev, in my genuine opinion, I feel like exposure leads to expansion.
Exposure leads
right?
to, yep.
And why? Because what you just said, I don't know what I don't know, right? So once I'm exposed to the proper mentor, the proper environment,
Correct.
Then my growth expedites.
For sure.
How important is growth in your field, even when you feel like I'm good enough?
Man, growth is important. I know one thing in the creative photographer community, it's very common to get imposter syndrome. Yes. You're looking at other people's work, and I'd say, it's kind of hindsight 2020. It's weird. Like, being a photographer, obviously you're used to looking through a lens, right? But it goes further than that. Your lens is also your eye. So, beauty is the eye of the beholder, and all that good stuff makes sense. But what you're seeing, it goes back to social media. Like, what people put out on social media is not the reality. It's just what they're putting out there. But we don't know what's going on when somebody stops hitting record. So growth is important because you have to adapt. You don't want to stay the same. You don't want to stay complacent. And somebody out there, we don't know who's watching you.
Yes.
That's why it's important to have mentees too, because rather than me guess and think, okay, well, I know somebody always has an eye on me, so they're counting on me. I literally have someone counting on me.
Yes.
So they deserve my best work
Yes.
because I want the best work out of them as well.
Absolutely, man. That's the word we need to receive more of. Why? So we can give it.
Give back.
You know what I mean? I got one more question for you. If you could go back to your 21-year-old self, right, with the knowledge that you have now and the life that you've lived,
Okay.
what would you tell your 21-year-old self now to put you in an even better situation today?
Man, one, trust God.
Yes.
Trust God more.
Yes, absolutely.
Number two, don't be afraid to put yourself out there. It's never going to be perfect. You're going to waste so much. I had listened to Will Smith's audiobook probably like 3-4 years ago.
Okay.
And I remember, I forgot who it was that had told him, but one of the main things I took from that was no paralysis through analysis.
Ooh.
So you don't waste time trying to make sure that something's put together, or, you know, oh, my logo's not perfect, or I don't like this color scheme, or, you know, no, I gotta just put it out there. Put it out there, and once you do, remain consistent. Everything else will take care of itself from there.
Consistency fuels the whole system.
Yeah.
Right? I've heard this before, and it always stuck with me. It's process over product.
Process over product.
Right? How can I get to the product without the proper process?
Facts.
Kev, it's been an absolute pleasure. Just being able to talk to you and receive the message personally,
Sir.
but knowing that your message will get out to others. It's been huge. If you are a Black Houston creative and want 100K in with the Black Houston Creatives Network, DM us on Instagram at Black Houston Creatives. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
For sure.
Kevin,
God.
appreciate you, brother.
Pleasure.
Yes, sir.